Hi, my name is Well Mittens Meow. This video is going to be based off of the profession Inscription and how I make gold regularly on this using this profession on my server. So I'm going to go ahead and look at the ledger of all my sales and what I sold on this character using Inscription, as well as some cooking as well as some cooking and some vendor sell items. So first off, I have been selling a lot of my duplicate Darkmoon deck cards that were very popular in the very early, in the very early stages of BFA. Those trinkets I could never keep on the Darkmoon deck Phantoms and all those different decks. I could not keep them on the in the very early stages. There was only 3 or 4 of us selling them, and they were just flying off the market. So those were very easy back then. And the current trinkets now, the highborn, are into something else that I have. I sell quite frequently, and I'll explain a little bit more further down on my list. So the contracts, I only sell the Ancoan, Proudmoore, Westbolt, and Tortolan. I also sell the Champions of Azeroth, as well as recently, I started to sell the Oldham Accord. I actually bought this one off the market because at the time I didn't have the rep yet, so I just now got revered, and I did add that to my uh, items I could complete on the contract. So um, that's very good. Now hopefully that's going to be a seller. I have yet to sell one today, so I got to fill them out. I bet you I'm not no longer the last one in, so I have to look at that a little later. But those are the ones there. Kind of go down the list. Here's a vendor sell item, vendor buy item, I should say. I just buy it off the vendor and I resell it. Easy. There's some. This is a dubious delight and the ghastly goulash, which is from the most recent update. So easy to make. It's I just go out there and fish a little bit and get my own my own items to make it. So I do my own farming on that. So there's no cost on my end. There's another card. So then now into the glyphs. So BFA wise, I only sold the Humble Flyer and the Tide Skipper. So those are the only 2 items I sold. I've only sold single sales. There was only one glyph of So Well that I sold. Some other frequent glyphs, which is not listed here, that's something that you need to keep on the auction house, and that's the glyph of stars and the glyph of spectral wolf. Those are good sellers on my end, but this one, unfortunately, I did not realize I didn't have them on the auction house until recently, so I did not have any sales on that. So, and that's another thing that a lot of people are currently selling on this server. So it is quite stiff competition. So if I want sales on that, I need to start looking at that to be sure on the last one in. So here's some greater ox and tiger shoulder enchants, which is from the Pandaria expansion. Good sellers. I put everyone I can make on there that I could sell. I make sure I have at least 3 on there. The heavy wind wool bandage. So with the wind wool bandage, I will be covering that a little bit further on my tailor. Um, that's something that you need to remember. Not the heavy wind wool bandage, but the regular one. That's something that people need for a quest out in Jade Forest. So I'll cover that a little bit more detail in a future my next video. So hope you that'll help you out. Something that I sell that on the regular wind wool bandage. I sell it on my tailor, on my alliance, and my horde. I sell tons of them. So that's something that if your server's not selling it, put them up there. They're easy to make. Wind wool cloth is cheap on them on the auction house, so it's easy to do. So easy to sell. Now on to the most frequent sellers, and that's no surprise here. It's the trinkets from when I went blank on the name again. I'm just gonna go to the world here and look at it just to be sure I say the name right. But Nashitar. Yeah, I just want to be sure I say it right. So when that, oh god, my nose, excuse me, my nose, my allergies acting up. So I sell a lot of these trinkets. If you look at it in the last few days, let me look at the time frame here. You look at it. I sold quite a few Sundering, the Bulwark, the Storms, Tides, just in the last. Wait a minute, that's not a cool frequent here. Go up. Here, so you see it. Look at this. This is just today. I sold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. So in the last 24 hours. So that's really good. I kind of actually scratch it off here. 1, 2, 3, call it 5. So that's pretty good. If you look at the price of them, that's good gold. Just gold. Of course, I do buy the sedative, but it's still good gold for me because I do majority of my farming on other things. So anyway, let's go back down further here, and below that it's going to be another vendor item, insulated wiring. Manual clouds, don't even talk about that because it's not a good sell because it was something I posted on accidentally by vendor price. So whoops, scratch that. Moon deck, that's gonna be something from, I believe. We go here and look at it. That stuff I should have down. Oops, let me close this down. Moon deck. I believe that is. Oh, come on. Oh, you know what it's from? It's from Draenor. So it's actually from the Dark Moon card of the Mist. It's a item you get from that. It's from my what if I stand corrected if it's not correct. So actually that's from Pandaria. Scratch that. That one. Dark Moon card of Draenor. So you just need the war paints and the of course the parchments. That's where I got the moon deck from. So again, this is from Draenor as well. Ocean Turret as well as the Savage Turret. So those and Skull of War. Those are all uh from Draenor. And easy to make because you can get your own herbs from your own garrison, which I'm currently hanging out in. I love hanging out in my garrison, so and I don't have to worry about getting off my Brutosaur and someone saying, "Can you get back on your Brutosaur?" Because I wasn't done yet, So I tend to come here and just in peace and quiet. So again, here's another shoulder enchant. Again, another thing from Draenor. Some of the Dark Moon deck from BFA. The sugar crusted fish feast, excuse me, is um from Darkmoon Fair, and the Tomb of Kings I believe is from I believe that's from Northrend. If I'm No, it won't be Northrend because it's level 30. This is probably a vanilla. So again, there's and then War Scrolls, big time sellers, and I sold one in candy offhand. So those, excuse me, I gotta itch my nose again. Those are my current, the last 30 days. That's what I sold, and that's how I made my gold and how I made profit rise. And why did I close that down? I made 101,000 gold. Oh, wait a minute, please scratch that here. I'm looking at the wrong character. Um, so in the past month on my inscription, she made 101, almost 102,000 gold in 30 days. That's profit. Total was 183,000, but you have to take out the expenses of the Senate. So anyway, I hope this helps out. And these tips I gave and stuff like that. Do your research. One of my biggest tips is do your research. This is based on my server. My server is going to be different from your server. So um, it's very important that you look at the Undermine Journal, which is a very great source online. I will put that down in the description, so you'll want to click on it and look at it and bring up things, put things in. Look at things on your inscription list. Does this sell good? Is there many people selling it? Has it been sold? It kind of has that information on the Undermine Journal, so that's a very good source to look at. So in the next video, I kind of been going a little quick through this video, but in the next video, it's going to be based off of tailoring and enchanting, which is my next seller, and actually is my #1 seller recently. Inscription used to be my biggest seller, but because of competition, it's no longer. But my enchanter and my tailor has been selling a lot of stuff lately, so I will be going over that, looking at her ledger and looking at all the stuff I've sold in the last 30 days. In the next video, which is going to be the next 2 to 3 days, I'm going to look at her ledger and kind of get some information, but as well as more details on this stuff I kind of covered on this one here with the windmill bandages. So with her, I kind of looked at it earlier with that's why I was on the wrong list here. but she brought in 100 and the last month and really fast here. Where's my Lottie? So she brought in 141,000 profit. She did not have much expenses. She only had 28,000 expenses. The total gold earned was 170,000. So she's a really good, gold seller, a gold maker for tailoring and enchanting. So that's gonna be my next video. I want to thank you so much for looking at watching this video, and I hope the tips and the information I provided will help you in looking at Inscription for making gold, and hope it makes you helps you get to your goals that you have set forth. If it be the Brutus, or if it be just paying for your monthly subscription. I hope this helps you, and I hope to see you in the future videos. And I hope this helps you make decisions and helps you basically. Anyway, in the next few days, again, come back and check out my next video. I hope you decide to follow this channel. It's going to be updated quite frequently in the next few weeks, actually forever, for as much as I can update to it, because we're at the end of the expansion, so we'll see what happens with as we get closer to Shadowlands. But I'd like to again thank you, and I hope you stay safe out there, and I'll see you again. Thank you so much. Bye.